They would be wearing a tag.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, only the elders do.
Only the elders.
That's a good.
Yes. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, how was your experience today?
Oh my gosh, where do I start?
Do you feel like you reunited with family?
Yes, totally. Like, my love tank is full. And, well, I think I shared earlier with everybody that there was a point in the room where something shifted. I don't know what that was, but everybody became very familiar to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I know these people. Like, I totally know them. I was like, Kathy, and where have I seen you before? Like, you know, I was trying to remember, like, well, it's not like I grew up here, so it's not like, you know, I know you, I don't. But everybody became very, very familiar. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm having like deja vus again. You know, like that's what guided me my whole life. It was like deja vu type of experiences. And yeah, that was my extras, whatever weird thing that happened today. But
so it was
cool.
An activating experience. That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
So tell us about your awakening. How did that take place?
I was thinking about that, but I can't point to one.
Okay.
I was a kid that was, you know, one thing that really resonated with what you've been sharing is not here, just in your videos is, you know, I was a kid that was home reading books and growing up in Uruguay, and I didn't go out. I mean, I did with my friends and stuff, but I didn't go out and party and stuff. Just to, you know, I was home and reading, and I was the oldest of 4 first, and then 8, and you know, just doing my own thing always. And so I didn't know what that meant, you know. Then later on, some of my friends, you know, my family was like, I was this little nun type thing. We were like just having my own little experience. And but then, well, now I can understand what I was doing, right? I was learning. I was reading all the ET books I could get my hands on, and I didn't know why. It's just curious, I guess. So I don't know if there was like a one time that this or that happened, but I guess I was always learning what the bigger picture would be or was, or where I fit. I was always trying to see where I fit. I never really fit anywhere. Even my parents, you know, and my family, or I was always, you know, like
the person that was different.
Yeah, and or the
black sheep.
Yes, all of it. Yeah, all of the above, and especially the alchemist in the sense. Now I see it where I was trying to. Mom and dad weren't together, so my mom remarried. My dad did too. So I had 2 families, and I was always the one bringing everybody together. Even today, you know, I'm here 11,000 miles away from my family, and I'm still, when I go there, everybody gets together. And I have a big family. I'm Latin, so it's a big family. But yeah, that kind of thing. And now that you're asking me to put it together, I'm like, oh yeah, that and that and that and that and that. But there isn't one thing. And then, you know, I came here for school, ended up staying. I had a special needs child that I've been taking care of by myself for 16 years now. And
so I heard it builds character, and it makes you.
I built something. I don't know what it builds, but yeah.
A good sense of patience mastery.
Yeah.
Like nothing aggravates you.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but no, he's my light. He's the light holder. I'm just helping him along, you know. I was telling, who was I telling? Was it you? Yeah. He's the one teaching me. He's the one pushing me to do all this stuff. He's the one. I feel like before he was pushing me from the other side or whatever side he was on, but it was more like an inspiration. And now it's more on like, okay, now it's time for you to do this stuff, you know, own this stuff. And I'm still trying to, you know, figure it out, figure myself out. I don't know. So, yeah, I guess I'm still trying to awaken, make sense of things.
I think we all are, you know. Like I said, there's almost like endless stages to reach what is known as infinite intelligence.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Ever developing reality, I guess.
And how old were you when you realized that, hey, there's something wrong with this world? Or maybe I'm not from around here.
I used to sit on my grandma's window, just stare at the sky. I was like, I don't know, 5, 6.
Like you were like trying to find home.
Yeah, well, I was mesmerized by the infinity of it and looking at the, what is it called? Cruz del Sur, like the cross, the 4 stars, the constellation. That was my favorite, so I used to stare at it for hours at a time.
Maybe that's where you come from.
Wow, never thought of that.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna look it up.
You should. Yeah, do research on your star family.
Yeah, I used to, in the, oh boy, the Orion belt, and
So you're from Orion.
oh my gosh, it just hit me.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know what that means, but
That means, remember I was talking about the different councils within these groups, these stars.
gosh, it got really hot.
And I mentioned the Orion Council.
Yeah.
Well, you're our sister that represents the Orion Council. Every one of us represents a council.
Wow.
And we're just coming
Orion.
together here on the earth.
Wow. It's pretty cool.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my story, and yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing and for
Yeah.
being here. Is there anything else that you want to share? Any experiences, any out-of-body, any remote viewing, any interactions with ETs, weird feelings?
Yeah, I feel like
Paranormal
I feel
stuff.
a lot. I feel a lot, but I can't always make sense of those things. Yeah, my son, like I said, he got me into all kinds of healing things and people and communities, and yeah, I had cancer 5 years ago, so that kind of brought me into quantum heal, like other modalities of living life and experiencing life. And it's like, it's scary to me, not scary like in a bad way, but it's like there's so much to learn. It's like, it's like I've been drinking, from a fire hose for the last at least 7 years. Because it's that obsession, that curiosity that drives me to do more. Like I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't sleep or something where I'm just like, I want to download it all. I don't want, but, and I've just started, you know how long it's been on my shelf? And
How long?
I don't know. A long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is a pretty cover, isn't it?
and now I order for my friends, because I didn't know you were coming. I just found out like a week ago. They're excited to meet you in New York, and yeah.
Well,
I have a friend who wants to host a meeting, like something small like this, if you're open to it for
Sure, we can get her
friends or whatever.
contact, or his.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's in my
And I do
healing
have a gift for
community.
you. This is my gift for you, for being here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gabby. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I have something for you too.
Oh, you do? Wow, full of surprises.
I don't have a frame. I wish I had a frame.
Oh.
This is from everybody. Since I'm the last, I get to give it to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so cool. I love this.
You guys are a good team.
Yeah.
I would, yes. Actually, I was thinking, where's my frame? It's like, how am I going to keep that nice and
That's
flat?
funny.
It works out,
No, we're going to create a group.
Yes,
Did you
we
hear
should.
that earlier?
I agree.
We're going to
Good
create
idea.
a group on I don't know if you use Telegram or not.
I do
but-
actually.
Okay, good.
What I want to do is maybe we could combine, or I could get, there's already a group that I created with my YouTube family,